You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Saturday the 10th of May, 2025. It is 51 days after the spring equinox. It is 41 days before the summer solstice. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 21st day of Floréal, the day of the Statis, the sea thrift. The sun rises today at 5:43 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:52 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:02 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:32 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:10 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes, 5 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing gibbous phase and is 96% full at midday. The moon reaches its monthly apogee at 8:49 p.m. today. The full moon will arrive on Monday, the 12th of May. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, low tide, 3:48 a.m., 24 centimeters. In the morning, high tide, 10:27 a.m., 1 meter 34. In the afternoon, low tide, 3:27 p.m., 12 centimeters. At night, high tide, 9:54 p.m., 1 meter 62. In our shared realm of plants and animals, irises have emerged in abundance in the yards of the neighborhood. In addition, the cottonwood tree seeds are coming to maturity. A few intrepid seeds have begun falling, wrapped in light white fluff. Soon, just as the memory of cold weather fades from our minds, the cottonwoods will drop masses of fluffy seeds, evoking a handsome snowfall in the warmth of late spring. Commemorations. On this day in 28 BCE, during the reign of Emperor Cheng of the Western Han Dynasty, Chinese astronomers made the first record of sunspots. Their observation preceded those by Europeans by almost 16 centuries. On this day in 1765, the British Longitude Act awarded clockmaker John Harrison £10,000 for the invention of a naval longitude clock. At sea, it is relatively easy to determine latitude by observing the stars and the horizon. Longitude can only be determined with an accurate timepiece that can withstand the rocking of a ship. Harrison's invention made highly accurate sea navigation possible. On this day in 1857, the Indian Rebellion began against the British East India Company. Sepoys in the employ of the company mutinied against their officers in the garrison town of Meerut, 64 kilometers northeast of Delhi. The rebellion against British rule was eventually crushed, but the East India Company's ruling powers were transferred to the Crown. In India, it is considered the first war of independence against Britain. The struggle to shake off the Raj would last almost a century until the nation finally became independent in 1947. A chilling anniversary. On this day in 1933, the Nazi regime in Germany carried out massive book burnings. In Berlin, students brought thousands of books to the Bebelplatz Square in front of the Deutsche Staatsoper and set them alight. Books of many kinds were consigned to the flames. Works by traders, immigrants, and authors from foreign countries who criticized the new regime. Works of sex education. Works that promoted modern art, considered degenerate. Marxist, communist, and pacifist works. Works by Jews. And all historical writings considered to denigrate the origin, the spirit, and the culture of the German folk. Remember this day the self-immolation of German culture and learning, and what happens when reactionary movements enforce their control over free thought and free expression. A happy anniversary. On this day in 1994, Nelson Mandela was inaugurated as South Africa's first black president. The era of apartheid had come to its end. On this day in 1788, Augustin Jean Fresnel was born. He invented the catadioptric Fresnel lens, which used glass made in a series of stepped forms to magnify light. It revolutionized the technology of lighthouses, saving countless lives at sea. And that is the Observatory, Saturday the 10th of May, 2025.